Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Danielle Noyes here for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Our Clipper system we've been talking about the last couple of days is making progress towards us. It's snowing this morning in much of the Midwest and Great Lakes. This quick hitting system is the one that impacts us by later on this evening, the height of the storm, so to speak, overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. So there will be a couple of showers that come into play by this evening, 5 to 7 p.m., rain and snow showers. Ahead of that, the clouds increase today. It's going to start to look and feel like snow and rain. The steadier snow and rain does fill in 8 to 11 p.m. from west to east. It tapers by midday tomorrow, and then there may be a couple of showers after that we'll talk about. Slick commute tomorrow morning. Leave some extra time to get to your destination. There will be variable road conditions depending on where you are as well. Now, out the door this morning, feeling like the 20s, and actual temperatures are in the 20s. The wind is generally less than 10 miles per hour, but any bit of a breeze makes it feel colder. So the gloves, the hat, the winter coat for the kiddos, it's going to feel like it's around or just over 30 degrees. Again, with the sunshine fading behind increasing clouds today. Notice by the time we get to mid to late afternoon, a couple of snow showers firing up across Vermont and the Berkshires. There's this little area of moisture that's going to come into southern Vermont, southwest New Hampshire, and a couple of showers may extend a little farther east than that, between about 5 and 7 p.m. And they may be some snowflakes mixed in, even in and around the Boston area. I just don't want that to catch you off guard. I'm not expecting an impact, but that, you notice in eastern Massachusetts, is right around 6 to 7 p.m. Then the steadier precipitation fills in between 8 and 10 p.m. from west to east. Rain in green, the snow in blue. So where does that rain snow line set up? The classic setup right around 495 or just north and west of that through the late evening and overnight tonight. Snow north and west, rain south and east, and it will be steady through the overnight tonight. Tomorrow morning, still steady rain with that rain snow line still positioned around 495. Notice by the time we get, though, to even early to mid-morning, things are letting up a bit in western New England, and that back edge will make eastward progress over the course of late morning to midday. As some colder air snaps in, we may end as some wet snowflakes inside of 495 and 128 as that rain snow line collapses back to the coastline just a little bit. But at that point, there's not a ton of precipitation left. Steady rain exiting the Cape and rain exiting out of eastern Maine just a little bit later than that. So how much snow falls? No big change to what we showed you yesterday. There may be some coatings that extend to the coastline. That would generally be on grassy surfaces. And as much as an inch here along the 128 to 495 belt, or maybe more like 2 here when you get along 495. And then it's 3 to 4 or more with elevation across northern Worcester County, again, outside of 495 into the northern Berkshires. There may be a little tongue of 2 to 3 that extends into northeast Connecticut and the Litchfield Hills as well. The farther north you go, this is a general 2 to 4 inch event. Although with elevation, we may have some 4 to 6 inch totals. And then across northern Vermont, southern Vermont, with elevation in the greens, the White Mountains, and of course the mountains of Maine, that's going to be the jackpot where 8 to 12 inches of snow will fall. Amounts will really taper off the closer you get to the coastline with that mixing. So a coating to an inch along the coast of Maine, and then it ramps up about 2 to 4 when you get either side of the Maine Turnpike in terms of snowfall accumulation. Rainfall, about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch for most of us. Now, I do want to show you predicted wind gusts. Not going to be an issue today, but the wind will start to shift out of the south and southwest. We will see some gusts 10 to 20 miles per hour through this evening. And then late this evening and overnight tonight, the wind's really going to ramp up and increase along the Cape and Islands. 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts by late this evening. Rest of us about 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then tomorrow morning out of the southwest, 40 to isolated 50 mile per hour gusts on Cape Cod. The rest of us get into some of that howling wind, not quite as strong, by tomorrow late in the day and into Friday, which we'll talk more about in Insights. All right, high temperatures today, 35 to 40 will pretty much do it. So another cooler than average day. We should be in the mid 40s this time of the year in and around the Boston area. Temperatures slowly get cooler the farther north you go. Most of us running about 30 to 35, and far northern New England, that includes the Champlain Valley as well, where we get some snow showers in a little bit earlier. And then for most of us, we're generally in the low to mid 30s from the Maine Turnpike to the coastline, stuck in the upper 20s for most of us across far northern Maine during the day today. Overnight tonight, very similar, 20s to lower 30s. Notice that rain snow line. It's going to be a close call in terms of exact temperature. We actually rise through the overnight tonight into pre-dawn tomorrow across much of southeastern New England. So the temperatures slowly tick up through the overnight into the lower 40s, especially on Cape Cod. Tomorrow, that rain and snow tapers off. We're going to talk more about the icy blast that comes in behind it, the cold air, and who may see some slick spots develop because the temperature does drop tomorrow. In Insights, what the wind chills are going to be like on Friday, and how long that cold air is going to stick around. Of course, all our updates on social media, online, the number 1degreeoutside.com, and our app. It's free on the App Store and Google Play. Give it a download. We'll see you with more weather in just a little while.